Another SimCity Build It video, and this is walkthrough part 9. Okay, so yesterday we left off with the situation where we were trying to get the police, and we honestly were to the point where we were just trying to save money for that, which we've done. So I went ahead and I was able to purchase the police, and I've only spent about an hour playing, off screen. So I was able to do a couple more upgrades, and I focused on getting that police thing. Oh, I should have watched that ad. Oh well. So right now we are... That's weird. Why can't... It must be something to do with the way I'm recording or something. I don't know. It's weird. I've never seen the game look that bad like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a couple of the upgrades. Hi, Sandrine. And we're going to try to get enough, whatchamacallit, money. Yeah, that. So we got the, we got to get the other factory, which we can't do until we get 80,000 pop. Now, as you guys, I was trying to tell you guys the other day, or it was this morning, wasn't it? Jeez, it's been a long day. Okay, so this morning I was talking to you guys a little bit about sacrificing taxes, just a little bit of taxes for the greater good, right? And so right now we have this issue with the waste management where I haven't purchased any waste management just yet. Now, I'm only needing 15,000 to get the one that has the 40 capacity, which would definitely take care of our demand. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead and wait until I get enough for that, which I'm not far from it. So let's see if we can get enough to get that going. And also another thing, you guys, that I've noticed today, and I haven't played a low-level city, like, really in-depth in a while. So these little ad things that you kind of get here with the factories, sometimes you'll put them in and they'll, right here. Okay, so normally it automatically pops up and it says video ad will start to play. And then it gives you all of the ones that are in the factory, right? Well, now if you look very closely, I don't know if, I'm sure some of you already noticed, but right here how it says 9, 9, and the other one says video, you can actually watch it just to get one done. So that might be helpful. I don't know when these actually quit. I've had people tell me that they stopped at like level 10. I've had some people tell me that they stopped getting them at level 15. So honestly, it's all over the board. And sometimes I wonder if, SimCity just does like whatever the hell they want to do, Now, the storage, so far, honestly, I haven't even really been hunting storage that much. I haven't really been playing this city that much, though, either. So I'm not surprised that we are only at 80 for the last, 3 days we've been playing this city. So that's, honestly, I'm hoping to be at about 150 by the time we hit level 18, because we should be able to hit level 18 relatively quick. Yeah, I don't know how the hell this chat works. Hold on just a second, you guys. Ah, there we go. That's how it works. Hey, you guys. So this damn app is brand new to me, so bear with me, okay? I've never done a live stream before, aside from like on PS4. So I tried to do one straight to YouTube through their actual app, and it's like, no, we're not going to let you do that. So I'm like, what the hell? All right. So we just finally hit enough for the waste management. Now, if you guys didn't see my video this morning, take a look at the price for this. 70 for 60,000, right? Or you can spend 30,000 to get 80 coverage. And you get a building that's more easily coordinatable, I guess, so to speak. Like, this building here is a pain in the ass to place around, the way that it has to be set up near the road. So I actually try to go for the garbage incinerator, and then once you hit level 30, then you'll deal with the Omega resources. But until then, that's the one I'm going to go for, which is probably gonna... they don't make this easy for me. Okay, I'll have to put it down here somewhere. I need to get 2 more blades is what I need to do. 1 more there. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll do that. Try to free up some storage space. Also, another thing that I was talking to you guys about in the video from this morning, when we were talking about the epic buildings, the epic homes. So for those of you who don't know or didn't see it, if you look at the population, the max pop that you can have for a residential zone, it's 1836, right? And so that's without any pop boost. Now, what we noticed on the epic homes is after they've been converted, they're like 2,411 or something. So they're really close to the Omega style homes as far as pop goes. But they actually provide you with like a token and they look cooler. And then you don't have to worry about doing all Omega stuff. So if you're somebody who's wanting to do a high pop city, I would definitely go with epics. But if you're getting down to the technical aspects of the game, technically the Omega homes still sit at the highest pop. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Like, are they stuck, in a situation where they need help with something specific? Especially you low, like between level 10, level 18 players, or is anybody stuck at all? Because I've noticed that a lot of people seem to have the most trouble during, I want to say, level 7 to level 18. I think that's when people have the most questions, like when they should level up or what their storage should be at, or if they should, remain camping low level. And so I see a lot of you guys asking questions like that. And I think a lot of the mistakes that many of you are making is you're just camping too long and you're focusing on too many cities, right? So you have the people that focus on the one city and they're able to get more done versus the people that are having like 10 different devices and they really are just so overwhelmed that they really don't have enough time to really accomplish anything on any one city, right? Now, some of you might be able to do like a cloning app. I haven't found one that, works real well. I'm going to try to look into that probably tomorrow or the next day. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on chat here just for a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Omega resources have no pollution. That's true, but the other one does. It has a smaller one. Just hang on just a second. Let me look. I don't know. Are you talking about this one or this one? This one? Okay. So, yes. But it's very oddly shapen. And for the price being double and triple when you're going to upgrade to Omega anyways, I mean, you can. But normally people place these things so far away from their homes regardless, And if you're going to be upgrading to Omega, then it's really quite pointless. But if you're not going to be upgrading to Omega, then yeah, probably would go with that. If that is true. Because of the way that these are positioned, it's just kind of a pain. I don't know. I always have a much easier time rotating around the doubles, like if it's 4 squares wide versus 2 squares wide. But me personally, I'm a fan of the Omega service centers because I really don't plan to do Omega like realistically in the near future. So what I always do is I always save up my Omega coins. And what I've noticed is even if you only have 1 or 2 Omega resources, that's 200 coverage, right? And the first one's 10,000 Omega coins. The second one's 20,000. They go up 10,000 each time. And so I can run my main capital map on my regular city on 2 of each. And I had like 3-4 million pop when I did that. Granted, it was all, the regular home or epic home pop. You would definitely need a lot more if you were doing Omega. But either way, by then you would want the Omega resources regardless. So, yes, that is a good point to make. That one does not have a pollution square. We do need to get the garden store purchased soon, but in this case, because I don't have a feeder city connected to this, I think I'm going to go with upgrading the shop first. And the reason for that is going to be because the garden shop is essentially at my level. The only thing that's really beneficial to make in that store at this point would be grass. And I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get enough shovels to do that. It might not be too bad if I can get some at low level. But definitely on my higher level city, that's a pain in the butt. Has the global market been really shitty for you guys? Because it's been awesome. Let's see. Okay. You know, you guys, I ran after 4 cameras the other day, right? And I actually got there. And I got all 4 cameras. And then, what the hell? Oh, I'm broke. I got there, I got all 4 cameras, and then they also had 4 locks posted and 3 bars, and I was able to get all of them. So I clicked the global HQ again, and there was another bar sitting there and another camera, and I was actually able to hit all 3 cities before it refreshed and get them all. I was surprised. I was for sure that those were going to be gone. Okay. I know one thing, it would definitely speed this up if I could, connect my city. That's for sure. So let's see what we need. We need metal for that. Yeah, if you guys ever want help with anything or you have questions, you guys can always hit me up on Facebook. If you type in MissyAnne on Facebook, you'll see the same profile picture that I use for my YouTube channel. And honestly, you guys, because I do this for free, it's going to help me a lot if you guys hit the subscribe button. It's going to make a huge difference. We went up a ridiculous amount of subscribers the last few months. It kind of helps if my dumbass, posts the videos publicly and doesn't keep them all locked up. Okay, so we need 2 metal, 2 wood, and we're also accepting people in. We start war tomorrow at 11 a.m. my time. So I'm in Washington State. So whatever time it is for you, at 11 a.m. my time is when we start war tomorrow. So if you want in before then, make sure you get in before then. Okay. And there is no requirement on war in our group. You don't have to participate. I just recommend that every person at least launches one time, so that they get the reward. Now, with this particular city, I'm going to just try to get as much land unlocked as I can. And the reason for that is because I'm not going to be level 18 for very long. And when you first get to... The reason I'm not going to be, level 18 for very long is because once I get to the contest of mayors, I'm just going up to level 20. I'm not even going to fuck around with it. But a lot of people, if you're somebody who doesn't have enough time to play very often, and you want that little bit of wiggle room for algorithm, then definitely remain level 18 at least until you hit Mega, right? Me, I'm not too worried about it because I know I can earn enough points and run a 2K average regardless, but if you don't feel comfortable enough doing that, then I would hold off going up to level 20 until you hit Mega, okay? Definitely save all of your beach and mountain upgrades. And for those of you who are between, and this is really important, you guys, if you have a city right now that you're working on and it's below level 18, you need to ask yourself, is it worth camping to miss the next pass? because I think we're at the last week of the pass, and I can't remember if this is one of the ones where we're gonna skip a week. So you have about at the most you have about 2 weeks before the next pass starts, right? I'm gonna say about a week. And that being said, if you remain camping and a pass comes out and it has cool stuff, you're gonna miss all that stuff. Not to mention, for you lower level players, when Black Friday hits, we're going to have a sale for that as well. And so a lot of that stuff's going to be locked for you, and it only comes around once a year. So I definitely wouldn't be camping. If it were me, I would be going up to level 18, regardless of what your storage is at, because you can still easily max out your storage without any problems going up to level 18. You're not going to totally screw yourself, okay? I mean, essentially, you're only going to get so many rares from the global market. I mean, look at this. You don't even have a full queue at this level. And honestly, like, I can sit here and I think it was last night or the night before. No, it was the first night that I had done this city, so 2 nights ago. And I just kind of dinked around on global, and I was comparing it to what I was finding in the refresh versus what I was finding when what I was accumulating, and I started noticing that 90% of my rares, even on my level 10 city, come from the opinion bubbles, or from visiting Daniel, or from the clipboards. They really don't, I don't get a whole lot from the global market. And I know there's definitely going to be a shortage, that's for sure. Also, skip the 4 slot factories. Unless you feel that money's not an issue. Like if you're somebody who's feeding in massive amounts of coins from your main city or whatever, then it really, I guess, doesn't matter. But if you look at the $7,000 versus the $500, that's a big jump for somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, another thing. You guys, pay attention to how many homes you have on your map. You want to have a minimum of 35 residents by the time you hit level 18. Now, preferably, you want to have all of these residents maxed out at the maximum upgrade, okay? Now, the reason that the number's 35 is because you will not be able to participate in war unless you have 35 houses on your map, okay? Let me check the chat real quick. Okay, so your storage be before level 18. How long have you been playing your city? If it's at level 13. Okay, so between now and level 18, you're not going to unlock so many items to where you're just going to totally screw yourself. And the ones that you do unlock aren't going to make that big of a difference. So, yeah, you're going to unlock sugar, and sugar's going to flood the market, of course, right? But you're going to be able to trade with club members, access group rewards, get those group chest rewards, pass rewards, limited time buildings, the war feature, the VU pass, all these other things that you're missing out on. And honestly, it's going to make a big difference in your gameplay as far as like how many rares you accumulate. If it were me, I wouldn't be staying at level 13. There ain't no way in hell. I've only been playing this city for, what, 3 days? I've got maybe 6 hours into this city, and I'm already at storage 80, and I'm level 14. And I haven't, to be honest, I haven't even been trying to find storage, really. Like, the most I've spent shopping the global market off screen from what you guys have seen has been about an hour. That's it. And so, if you're somebody who's spending real money on the game, what you can do is this here, the 99-cent thing, that's definitely worth it. You just got to make sure that you collect it each and every day. Otherwise, you'll miss it. And wait and hold off for the sale for sure. Because with that new pass, it's going, or with the, well, yeah, with the new pass coming out. But also with the sale, if anybody here is really low on coins and you haven't already unlocked transportation or education or whatever the categories are, save coins to get those categories so you can buy stuff when the sale comes. I'm going to be damned if these assholes don't put up a sale this year. I'm over here like getting everybody excited for it for the last 6 months. I mean, I've never seen them not do it, so I would think that they would, right? It'd be really nice if they put out some better buildings. I'm kind of excited to see what they do for this pass. It just would really suck, you guys, if you guys miss out on limited time buildings. You can't get those, you know? They don't come back around. So it's not really worth missing the entire opportunity just to have like 4 less items unlocked, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not going to make or break you, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to go over to Daniel's City. See if he's got anything worthwhile. Oh, he's got a camera. Okay. Check the clipboards and see. Oh, yeah, I have to get that stupid shipping dock. That's the other thing. Somebody had asked me the other day, are the shipments and airports worth it? No, not really. Now, yes, when you're low level. When you're really, really, really low level, if you can add up the price of the items that you're donating, obviously you're going to subtract the cost that they're paying you and see if it's worth it. But the cargo ship, that depends. Okay, at low level, yeah, it can be worth it for 1 key. At my level, it's an absolute ripoff. It's usually like $20,000, $30,000 in stuff for 1 damn gold key. No, thank you. You know, the airports is usually the same thing for me, so I don't mess with them at all. I don't even mess with them for the contest of mayors simply because I don't play competitively. I don't have to. So I don't even remember the last time I did a shipment when it wasn't for playing competitively. And that's just because of my level. But at low level, also expect that if you're doing prep that you need to stock up on a lot of planks, because the way the contest of mayors has been going lately, they ask you to make this stupid carved wood thing all the time. And they ask for a lot of planks in your shipment, so I would definitely have a lot of those handy. And try to watch. I have a really, really bad habit of not watching these stupid video ads, but try to get those done, because they do give you rewards. Okay. And you guys, if anybody here wants help designing, just hit me up on Facebook. I know a lot of you guys have restarted, but if anybody here watching this or that sees this once it gets posted to YouTube, if you guys are high-level players, you guys are more than welcome to join our group as well. We do have a limited number of high players right now, but you're still welcome to join, okay? You don't have to be doing the Missy's Building Guide to be a member of the group. You just have to be an active member. And I really don't expect that much activity. I more or less expect people to at least be on and be active and be helpful when they're on. That's really what it boils down to. So we're accepting all members of all levels, as long as you're basically a strategic player. Now this feature, I don't know exactly when this ends, you know, as far as like level goes. So if anybody here has a for sure answer on that, or maybe just put in their input of when they noticed, you know, it stopped for them. I noticed it stopped on my other feeder once I hit level 20. But like I said, I've had so many people say something different that I just don't know anymore. So what this does is it just, there you go, speeds up whatever it is you're making. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to get that upgrade done, so we're at 4,000. God, I wish I could speed up this coin process here. And that's part of why I want to be level 18 so bad. so I can start making some donuts, because this is ridiculous. Not to mention get in my club. Because, when you get to Mega, essentially you're really going to want to start playing Calm, because Calm is so beneficial at low level. I mean, CPT is winning every week. So, I mean, think about that for a minute. Every single week, he's pocketing 250 platinum keys and 2,000 cash, plus 10 gold tokens each and every week. I mean, he's just sitting there just stockpiling the goods, man. It's crazy. He bought 4 Maxuses in the first month. I'm just like, what? I don't even have a 4th one, you fucker. Oh, what do? I don't know which one to run after. Oh, so help me if I run out of money. Or space. Well, I'm glad I got at least the storage. Okay. Let's go back and see how much I need to upgrade. Oh, cool. All right. This is going. So we need 2 locks, 3 cameras. And that another thing, you guys, for those of you having trouble with the red road feature, I need to get something placed on that. Speaking of that, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows this. If you hold down on an item, okay, and you even so much as rotate it like that, or move it in any way, it can screw up the red road. So I recommend not doing something like a factory or a shop because of that reason. Sometimes you'll be, clicking your stuff super quick, and you'll accidentally hold down on it too long, and you'll pick it up, and then you'll ruin everything. So definitely don't recommend that. Now, one of the ways to get the service feature to go is to do something like this, and then put the services on it, right? So that's definitely a benefit to get those roads done. I mean, I don't know if anybody here has ever looked up the cost, but the first road is 300 for the 1 square per unit, right? Then it's like 700. I'd have to look it up. I had a screenshot of it, but it was ridiculous. Because if you look up the cost to upgrade, yeah, 300 for the 1 unit or whatever, the 1 dash, right? And then each dash, the cost goes up for each and every upgrade. Ends up being a ridiculous amount. Okay. Let's try to get these upgrades done here. Need 3 more there. We don't have very many left to max out. We got that one. Let's see. Ready for upgrade 1. Oh, that's because, okay. Let's see. I wish I could remember exactly how many you can upgrade without going past level 18. I think it's 40. I want to say it's 40. So I'm going to place 1 more down. Okay. Yeah, I can wait for that veggie. Now that we've got 35 cash, I think I'm going to go with another barn slot. Oh, so before you guys unlock education, try to unlock the transportation first, especially if you're somebody who's trying to boost your population. I'm going to show you why. So if you look here, it's a 50% pop boost for 20 keys. This one is a 40% pop boost for 14 keys. And the only thing that you have to purchase is this, right? Now, if you go to the education tab, which for whatever reason, almost everybody unlocks this one first. Now, if this one requires, it says Department of Education. This one requires the public library. So there's 5 keys to buy the high school. Now, in order to buy the high school or the community college, you have to buy the high school. And in order to buy, these 3 are the 3-pointers right here. This Omega one is a 4-pointer. And then everything after is a hotspot. So you don't get any of the buildings after the Omega University until you unlock regional maps. And the way to know that is to click on it and then read the requirements section. Now, this one is a 4-pointer, okay? And I know this just from knowing this. It's not going to tell you on your screen until you hit level 24. So if you guys are trying to prep for your epics that are going to be coming up, make sure that you guys look up which buildings are worth 1, 2, 3, and 4 points, right? And that way you guys know which ones to buy. If you actually like education epics, still buy the transportation category first, because you're going to need to boost your pop-up for the airport and the VU tower before anything. So definitely make sure to get that done. Okay, so essentially all we're really trying to do right now is get money, level up, and once we hit level 18, we're going to camp for a little bit, not too long, and I'm going to go up in level and then utilize those silver tokens. I'm going to show you guys all about war, so if you guys are new to the war feature, don't worry about that. We're going to cover that. Also, the monster, okay? If you guys are launching attacks on the monster and you're wondering if it's worth it, not really. I mean, it is now kind of because of the VU Pass rewards, but before the VU Pass, it really wasn't worth it. So it's really just a matter of which cards you have unlocked and which attacks it's asking you to use, and if you have a 2,500 point assignment for it or not. If you have a 1,000 point task, don't touch it, okay? All right, let's see if we can get, we just got to level 15. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's something that we can place on that road. No, I don't want to put that there. Actually, yeah, I do. I'm going to put this shop there just because I don't use that stupid thing. And it's going to be going away soon anyway, so I can just let it sit there. Okay. No. Oof. I was like, oh, it's an opinion bubble. Yeah, again, do not unlock any beach at all, okay? Save those for Mega. Okay. Let's see. We need some blades, because this is ridiculous. Let's go back to global, see what we can find here. Anytime you see stuff posted for cheap, buy it and resell it. Yes, I do have a written building guide. Which one are you wanting? There's the Missy's Building Guide, which actually tells you what to do based off, what level you are. Is that what you're referring to? Because if so, if you go to Facebook and you type in MissyAnne, SimCity Build it, MissyAnneTTVYT, join our group, click on the group itself, and there will be an announcements section. Scroll down and you'll see where I posted the build. It says MissyAnne Building Guide. And then there's also the Contest to Mayor's Guide and the Production Guide. Okay? So if you don't have Facebook, you can submit your email to me and I can email you the link. It is going to be a Google Docs link. So if you don't have that application or some browser, when you click on it, then I don't know how you're going to open it. But you can view it, print it, and all that. The production guide itself is like 19 pages, but the MissyAnne guide it's much more than that. I think it's like 20-something pages, to be honest with you. But it's the in detailed version, right? Yeah. You got to, what do you need? Lee. Also, if anybody here is wanting advice on their city, when I ask you for your city stats, what that's going to basically need to include is city level, storage, how much land is unlocked, total money spent, time spent, stuff like that. I need to know how many shops you have, the slots. So if you're level like 18 and you have 2 slots on every shop, that's something I need to know. Okay? If you are level 24 and you have half of your map is Latin homes, that's something I need to know. All that stuff matters. So essentially, a lot of what I need to know, you can really just explain in a screenshot, basically, right? So if you screenshot your map, I can see everything, all your money. I can see, everything that you've got, keys, all that stuff. But that's another mistake, that a really, really, really big mistake, you guys. If you've built any residentials that are not regular and you're below level 30, that's going to really, really, really hurt you. I hope you didn't do too many, because if you did, you're going to need to restart. It's just, if it's 1 or 2, it's not going to be, like something where you're going to have to restart. But if you're past level 29, or if you're level 25 and have a regional unlocked, then it's like, okay, wait a minute here, we got a problem, because that regional is going to be a major setback. So again, if you guys have any questions, just make sure that you guys give me as much information about your city as possible and make your question as detailed as you can. Now, I've noticed that somebody was asking about population on the Facebook group, okay? And they were asking if, or how to boost their pop past a certain point, and they really didn't need to, because their pop was at like 40,000 already, and they were only level like 11. So, if you've met the requirements for wherever it is you're at, so like right now, we met the requirements for everything that we needed to unlock. And what we're essentially going for right now is boosting our pop, yes, but mostly getting storage and getting our city level up just a little bit. What we want to do, I could just blow through, any little bit of coins I have and buy a bunch of parks, but I don't want to do that. I would rather hold off and try to get the VU tower unlocked first, right? Then boost my pop for the airport. And once I hit Mega, I'm going to need, or want to have aimed to have all 3 levels of the airport unlocked. But you have 5 weeks to do that, right? Okay, so you're level 23 and I'm getting travel with the contest of mayors and building epics. Right now, it is 2 o'clock p.m. So, what I don't understand. What do you mean you're getting travel with the contest of mayors and building epics? I don't know what you mean by that. The epics, I also don't know what you mean. You don't have epics unlocked until level 23. So, you can use your token. Do you mean you got the Department of Epics? Because it's like a tower? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's your tower, your token tower. So you unlock bronze tokens, and then you'll unlock silver tokens at level 20. Now you can use these tokens before you actually unlock the epic buildings themselves. So an epic project is something that pops up on your residence, and you donate to it. And then it provides you a speed up token on top of the house. Whereas the token tower is just basically where it stores all of your tokens. Now, what you mean by the travel to the contest of mayors building, I don't know what that means. Trouble. Oh, okay. So you have trouble with the contest of mayors and building epics. That's what you're saying. Okay. Okay, so what is your issue with, let's start with the contest of mayors. What is your problem? Are you in the Mega League? Are you unable to hit a certain amount of scores? Have you seen all my epic videos? Or not my epic, my contest of mayors videos? Because essentially with the contest of mayors, another thing that a lot of people, and I mean pretty much everybody has this issue, and that is they watch my videos and they want to see how good they can do. They want to see if they can hold a 2K average. And the issue is that they're in low leagues, and it's not worth it to make the right decisions at that league because it's a waste of resources. If you make the correct choice, you end up paying for flights, you end up launching VU, you end up burning through tokens, right? There's no need to do that because you can win with very minimal efforts. And so usually what I do in comm training, because I run a comm training course for people, and usually what I do is I have them submit their screenshots. They tell me the choice that, if they're not in the Mega League, they tell me the choice that they think that they should make, right? If they were in Mega. And then they tell me the choice that they need to make because they're not in Mega. If they get it wrong, I'll explain to them why it's wrong. So if you're not in Mega, just try to roll like a 1,500 to 2,000 task loop. And if you're in Mega, then you need to start taking things much more seriously. My favorite region, my favorite map is the Sunny map. My favorite tree is the Green Valley tree because you unlock the trees with the regionals. But, you know, honestly, I do like the Frosty map as well. I kind of wish that it wasn't shaped the way that it was. If it wasn't shaped the way it was, I would like it so much more. Because, you know, I have big plans for that map, actually. I want to do like a Christmas theme on that map. And I don't like how they did the one, you know, how it's like super long or whatever, and they did it like where the grass is just regular. And then they got the snowy part. I don't know. It definitely was cooler when it first came out, I think. But the shape just screwed everything up. I do like the cactus map as well. But I'd say my least favorite is probably the Green Valley. The actual layout. I mean, limestone is kind of stupid too. It looks like a big capital I. But I have a cool idea for that map as well. Okay, cool. We were able to get a bunch of upgrades done. That's awesome. Now, if you guys are having trouble with epic projects, that is my specialty. Okay, epics, I can get those done. I mean, I can teach you how to be a pro with epics in no time. And in fact, on my regular map, I have, okay, so I hit level 99 on my regular map. And as many of you know, I unlocked all the maps. Okay, so that means I'm highest level with every single item in the game unlocked, right? Now, I'm going to spend the next couple of days doing epic prep. And so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to try to time the epic to be under 15 minutes. That's my goal, is to hit under 15 minutes with every single item in the game unlocked. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have to prep really, really well. And I could do it easily if I used hotspots that were like 5-pointer hotspots, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it with 3 and 4-pointers. Because I know I can do it with 5-pointers. That's obvious. A lot of people don't have 5-pointers, and to be honest, I don't even have very many of those. Because I've been so busy doing my regionals on my, just upgrading them to get the last map unlocked that I haven't been able to put my regional coins towards my hotspots that much. And because I have a buying tree problem, in case, you know, you guys didn't notice. My group name is Neverland, like Peter Pan. So I have a problem with growing up. I didn't have a childhood, so I decided that Has anybody ever heard of Abstract? He's a rap singer. He sings a song called Neverland, and that's like my favorite song. So I ended up naming my group after that. And I noticed that there's a couple groups out there named Missy. More than a couple, actually. More like 8 was the last time I counted. It's like the not Missy, the official Missy, the group 2 Missy. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. What level are we? We're still level 15. What did we need? We needed 2 blades, 2 locks, 3 cameras. Okay. 12 wood. I had a funny story to tell you guys, and I forgot what it was. I totally spaced it, too, and it sucks because it was a good one. I might remember. It could happen. Oh, cool. We hit 13,000. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Make sure you watch the group rules video on the channel if you haven't already. Pretty much, I mean, the gist of it is just learning how to trade in our group so that, you know, you don't post rares when somebody's not at your depot, and making sure you save the amount. But just make sure you watch the group rules video, and then when you join in, just say, you know, that you're from YouTube or whatever, and that way I can let CPT know not to boot you. Also, the community depot, I do have that up and running in our group, and that is going to be the MissyAnne city. And what that is it's a depot that has items for sale for free. It is 100% self-sufficient, so I run it. Nobody has to pay anything back. It's 100% just to help people out in the group. Take from it what you need and what you need only, right? And leave the rest for other people. And so when the contest of mayor starts, I try to stock it up for the group. So I try to have, you know, like 20 planks in there in case somebody gets a task, or chemicals, you know, just stuff like saps and whatnot. I try to keep a combination of everything up. And what people can do is they can choose to donate, like if they have an overstock of something, and you can put it up for max price and just say, hey, you know, some people will say full depot, let the community depot pick through it first. I go over there, I pick through it, and then everybody else buys what they need from them, right? And then I go and post it for cheap on the community depot. All I ask is that you don't wipe out the community depot, you know, don't just take everything and resell it just to make money. That's not what it's for. It's meant to help people with the items they need. If you need money, you can ask for help for money, but you have to, in order for me to want to help people, you have to be willing to help yourself. I don't like people that just come in and just want a handout and don't want to contribute towards anything, you know? Hello. Hang on, I'm trying to see how this damn chat works. Hello. Okay, rockin' at gaming. You guys gotta bear with me. This is a new app and it's got like 900 buttons. Look, I'm back from in the day when, you know, you hold a Nintendo controller and it had a B and an A button. Or even Atari, the one stick with the one button. I don't know how old you guys are here, but I'm 31 and I remember that shit. Speaking of that, I'm going to be streaming other games. I just don't know what exactly. Does anybody here play PS4 or play like Realm Royale? Anybody ever played that? That one was one of my favorites, but it didn't do so well after they kind of let it go. 11 a.m.? Where the hell are you from? I got a friend in Hawaii, and it would be about, I think 11, 12, yeah, it'd be 11:15 for him. Let's see. Okay, so what are we doing here? Why is my happiness only at 82? What is hitting? It's making my happiness drop here. Interesting. No, it's not that. Maybe it's just bad from when I was neglecting them and it's still going up. I don't know. I have to deal with that later. Okay. 7,000. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get city level. I want to get this thing up to level 18 before the new pass, so I'm kind of rushing it a little bit. And I also want to get it to join into my group before we start war tomorrow, which would be pretty much, 12 hours, something like that. So we've got to go up 3 levels in the next couple hours. You didn't really miss a whole lot, honestly. We've just been kind of watching me cuss at the screen. I've honestly just been doing house upgrades and stuff. If you guys are having trouble with epics and you've seen all of my epic videos, does anybody have any questions on epic projects, since that's kind of what we're talking about right now? If so, spit it out. Of course, there's the veggie I need. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between the nanotech and the high tech? The only difference is the pollution square and the look. Okay, it doesn't make items faster and it doesn't give you more slots. It just costs a hell of a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna watch this stupid video ad just because we really need it. And then I'll check up on the chat here. Yes, I do play other games. I play, I used to be a huge, well, not used to, I still am, a huge Diablo 2 fan. Diablo 3 was a disgrace, but I played all the way through Diablo 3 several times. Did not a hardcore character, but a seasonal character, and then they fucked it up last time, so I quit that. I play Realm Royale. That I play a lot, or used to. I did play Fortnite, but I'm not gonna lie, this bitch sucks at building. Like, I will die 10 times over again by the time I put up a wall. It's ridiculous. Okay? I'm like, wait, hold on, don't shoot me. Hold on. And they're like putting up 97 walls, and next thing you know, they got a whole tower over my head, and I'm like, over here trying to break it down. It's fucking ridiculous. So I gave up on that. I am much better at Realm Royale chasing a little chicken around than I am anything else. That's actually a really badass game. Besides all the hackers and the fact that the developers let it go to hell. I honestly like a lot of RPG games. As far as mobile games go, I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of Ulala. I played that for a while. But it's definitely an odd game. It kind of like plays on its own in the background, the whole time. And then you come back and you collect, and it's a really weird game. SimCity on my iPad, iOS 9. Well, what do you mean the SimCity Build it used to work on your iPad, now it doesn't? Is that what you're saying? Because they've had, honestly, with the technical issues that I was having, it really came down to, I think, a resolution issue. Because when you look at, my screen, the loading bar was super tiny on every phone that it works on. But every phone that it doesn't work on, the loading bar is super big. And it's almost like it tries to convert to the size of the screen, and it blinks, and then it shuts off. And so when I changed on one of my phones, I was able to change the resolution, except for it zoomed the game so far out. I mean, I needed a telescope to read the chat. So I'm like, well, fuck this, But I don't know if that, in fact, is the issue or not. It's just an assumption. Yeah, that sucks. Because then you try to contact the developers and they give you some runaround, Pain in the ass. Hello, gamer boy, RBX. I didn't know this many people. You guys are you guys all on this app? Or are you just on? Oh no, you're on YouTube. Okay, I see. Let's see. I was gonna say, is that many people have it? Am I that out of the loop? Jesus. Oh, I know. They're assholes. Don't get me going on You're trying to get Missy on a rant, aren't you? You're like, I'll see if we can get this bitch riled up. Get me going on EA. Oh my god. Those bastards have cost me so much money. Yep, he's doing it. He's trying to get me on a rant. I mean, seriously. I buy a phone and it don't work. And they're like, it's the phone. It's like, no, it is not the phone. Oh, have you checked the system requirements? It's like, dude, you could run this game on a gigabyte of RAM. And this has like 12 gigabytes of RAM. What are you talking about? You know? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's messed up. I feel you. I know, I'm messing with you. No, but really though, EA is probably one of the worst gaming companies ever. And what's more surprising to me was that Byron and Samantha are okay. So, Build It with Smith, that guy, and Samantha, they're both EA game changers. And what just amazes me is I don't know if they're as ignorant as they come off, or if they deliberately give bad advice because they're EA game changers. But something just doesn't sit right with me with those two. Because when you watch their videos, like her Dream City, or other people's videos, it's like, wait a minute here. Are you just saying what they want you to say? Because there's no way in hell that you would actually believe that. You know? And so, when it comes to like EA's technical support, their in-game purchases, their customer service, the way that they, deal with the hacking and technical issues, it's all trash. It really is. It's all trash. They used to actually be on top of it and get rid of the hackers, and now it's just like, oh well, enjoy. It's like, no, dude, that's messed up. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? We got level 15. Okay, so right now we're at 16,000. Let's see what we need to upgrade storage. 2 of each. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more things for sale here. Watch that video ad. Make sure your guys' shops are full. Besides that stupid shop. Okay. Also, for those of you who don't know, make sure that you're using the arrows here. See these yellow arrows to cycle? That way you don't have to collect stuff in your shop if you don't want to, and you can place more stuff down without having to collect it. That'll help you with your Contest of Mayors tasks. Okay, let's watch this video ad real quick. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with our $1 million. I played the game because I like the game itself, but a lot of why I play the game is because of all the buildings that I've acquired in the past. If I was to restart the game, I wouldn't play. To be honest with you, I wouldn't. Because there's just not, the content's so terrible. If I was to, I like the idea of having a beautiful city. And with all the old buildings that I have, that's possible. But if I was to erase all of my old Contest of Mayors buildings and start fresh, realistically, I don't see being able to build a badass city unless they make a serious change. So a lot of what keeps me playing is the fact that I've been playing so long and I've already put years and years and years into it. I enjoy looking at my city and I enjoy helping and teaching players to actually excel. Now, my thought was that they were, with the new regional maps, I didn't always hate EA, okay? It didn't start that way. It kind of became that way once I started to see where the developers took the game this last year. It wasn't this bad. Before, it was way different. You didn't have the mayor's pass. You got cool buildings. About the only complaints really that anybody had was honestly the way that you say and the way that you interact with stuff. So like your profile, you know how I'm always saying that they need to give us accounts and stuff. That's really what it comes down to, is that. And once they took out the cool buildings and they added in the mayor's pass, the first mayor's pass wasn't too bad. It was a new design feature where they did these like create city events thing, so I thought they were going somewhere with it. And it ended up being this thing where it was like an all the time thing. And it's like, okay, so now you're doing these city events and you've taken away the specialization categories for the contest of mayors. So you get buildings like, okay, this season is going to be, let's say, landmarks, right? And then you would earn those landmark buildings and they would go towards epic pointers. They eliminated that altogether and threw in a whole separate category for the contest of mayors, which has no bearing on your epic projects. Then they increased the epic amount. It used to be 100, now it's 200, right? So about the only benefits and good things that they've made to the game is they increased storage 100, by 100, and then they added the VU pass, which I'm not even sure if I would even consider that a benefit at this point because of the cost. So, like I said, if I hadn't put in the last 6 years and had the cool buildings that I have, I probably wouldn't play. Just being honest. There's got to be a better city builder game out there to make cooler shit. But I do like the strategic... I like the strategic gameplay of this. It just seems like this last year they've really went downhill and made it a 100% pay to win, right? It used to be if you played smart, you would excel. Even through the contest of mayors. Just in the last 3 weeks, they screwed it up so bad to where now, even though your choices matter, essentially you could be a total idiot and win the contest of mayors as long as you roll that loop forever. As long as you're willing to pull out your pocketbook, you can have anything you want now, Which I know a lot of phone games are like that, but they've really, really taken it to the extreme. So that's why I'm always pissed off at EA. I guess I have this hope that maybe they'll pull their heads out of their ass. What do you mean by yes, they do. Yep. They can ask for pretty much any item in the game besides rare items and nails and metal, wood, and plastic. So, yes, they can ask you for any of those seasonal items. Now, you shouldn't get any requests for, like, the sports store items, but they can ask you for the current ones. Honestly, the worship buildings, those also... They totally took that category out, and I think they put that one in the... What was it? It's not landmark. It might be landmarks. Let me go look. Now I want to know. Yeah, landmarks. But I never even used those. They were always 40 keys and the 40% pop boost, but I never used them. But they took that whole category out. Yeah, I don't know who EA Mobile is. Okay, hold on. So, you said you want a bunch of small homes to make neighborhoods. How can I do that without messing up my production? So what... I guess I'm confused. So, essentially, what do you mean? Like... How do you have a bunch of small homes and then, is there a specific style home that you're wanting? Because what you can do is you can make mountain homes that are short, and then those can be epics. Or you can put your epics to, one part of your map, and then have smaller homes for neighborhoods, and it won't mess with production. But essentially, you are going to want to have, realistically, you can do whatever you want, but... it's definitely a benefit to have epic projects. That's definite. How you can have epic projects and still have short homes, the only way to do that is to do the mountain category. You must be a high level, Peter. And I'm assuming you're meaning contest of mayor's points. You're hitting 150, 160, and it's not enough. Well, first off, you could be going against hackers. That's been a major, major issue, especially for higher level players. I had one girl in my comm training course. She went up against a hacker this week. He put up 140,000 points in 30 minutes. It was ridiculous. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's typical. So, at your level, yeah, I wouldn't play comm competitively at your level. It's a waste. I mean, add up how much cash and rares and stuff that you spent that during the week on, I'm assuming you have regionals unlocked, you know. I would just go for the pass. That's what I just play the pass casually at my level, and I'm able to unlock it. Honestly, I would be able to play it even more casually if I wasn't busy doing like videos and all that other stuff. So the storage before level 18, there isn't really a designated amount. I try to aim for 100 to 150 by level 18, but as I've kind of explained in some of my other videos, which I don't know if you've seen, there I would definitely watch some of my other videos about that, but you're going to benefit a lot more from being level 18 and multitasking and taking advantage of all the other features of the game versus just being level 13, right? Because between your donut production accounting for $30,400 worth of your daily income that you're missing out on, you're missing out on limited time buildings, the new pass, war rewards, group trading. You're missing out on a lot by remaining a lower level. Okay, so would love to get more, but we'd love to unlock Sunny. Oh, but no. Thank you, I appreciate that. You know, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, my videos are the best ones out there because I've seen what the other people tell you guys. And, you know, after I saw that, I kind of wondered if all games were like that. I'm like, is it like that with all games, or is it just this game that has really, really bad advice out there? Okay, so the Missy's Building Guide says that you don't want to leave level 18 until you have about 300 to 350 storage. Okay? But that kind of changed a little bit, and I put that in the guide, and I told people that if they end up in the Mega League, they can go up to level 20, but as long as you don't leave level 24 by the time, you know, you need to have max storage by the time you leave level 24, and if you don't, you're really going to hurt yourself. When you leave level 24, you do not want to unlock regional maps right away. The contest of mayors is still messed up because now what they've done is they have made it to where you get these. So what a loop was before was at the end of the contest of mayors, you had 15, like let's say your last 10 or 15 assignments. You would get into these situations where if you had a launch VU for 3,000 points, and then let's say you got a repair VU for 2,400, you would do the repair and you would get the launch. And then you do the repair and you get the launch. And it would be this repeating process until you were out of assignments or until you switched up the task that you were choosing. Now, that never happened before at a lower level. And so or that never happened before unless you were at low assignments. And now you can get into these crazy loops. I actually saw somebody do a loop for 50 assignments. He rolled the same loop for all 50 assignments. And the reason that that's ridiculous is because let's say you get put into the right loop. Let's just say for a minute that I have 60 tasks left and I get a 3K upgrade with a 3K launch VU. Essentially, as long as I'm willing to pay or as long as I have enough VU and I don't care about upgrading, I can roll that loop forever. And that's not right. In my mind, that's not right because you shouldn't be able to roll a loop that long. All anybody's going to be able to do is just pay. And that's exactly what that person did. He paid an obscene amount of money to get the points that he wanted just to say he won rather than making the correct choices. All he had to do was pay. He ended up paying like an obscene amount. He was paying $50 for the key assignment that he was running, and he was paying another $80 cash for the missing VU items that he needed. And he did that 25 times on each task. Now, it ended up costing him, but he didn't care because he won. And it really ruins that for everybody, you know? Yeah, I know. Some people say VU. I'm like, what? I don't know if it's VU or VU. Maybe I'm just weird. I've always said VU. Let's see. I might have missed somebody's question. Hold on. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, so honestly, anybody here that is not level 18, I would go up to level 18 no matter what storage you have because of the sale and because of the new pass coming out. And if it is something cool, it's going to suck to, miss out on. So, I mean, I suppose you could wait and see if it's something that you're going to want first, but either way, I would be doing it regardless, because you get way better opportunity for stuff. What's my battery? Oh shit, my battery's dying. Alright, you guys, I gotta end this because my battery's gonna die. We will pick up tomorrow where we left off. I'm gonna do a live stream in the morning, probably 7 a.m. my time, so I don't know what time that is for you guys. But most of my streams will probably be between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Okay? So it was good talking to you guys. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys probably tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. And I'll be on the game all night long. So if you guys want to hit me up in the group, you're more than welcome to join us. Our group code is RQMKNG, or you can type in Neverland. Just make sure you introduce yourself when you join in so I know not to boot you. Thank you. Awesome. That's great, because once I hit 1,000 subs, then we can start doing YouTube live straight from YouTube rather than having to do these third-party apps. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, let me figure out how to end this damn thing.